Now, the Unite the Kingdom rally will march through central London later today, with organisers saying the event will promote traditional British values.
The rally will walk from Southwark to Whitehall, where a number of speakers are set to address the crowd.
Now, a counter-protest from Stand Up to Racism is also taking place, with more than 1,600 police officers deployed across the capital. They're covering football fixtures and a number of demonstrations.
Well, with us now live is GB News reporter Doogie Beattie. Doogie, who have you been speaking to this morning?
We've been speaking to people in the crowds here, Olivia, and you know, the feeling here around this is actually insane. There are thousands and thousands of people stretching right down from Waterloo, right up round the roundabout behind us, right down past the Children's Hospital at the back of us. If we could just get a look there, Ollie, and see the amount of flags and how many people are actually here. And these flags are from right across the British Isles, not just the UK. If you look closely there, you will see Union Jacks, St George's Cross, Scottish Saltires, the Northern Irish flag, the Welsh flag, and surprisingly the tricolour, because of course in the Republic of Ireland they are thinking their freedom of speech and culture is also being eroded. It's causing a huge problem there, and earlier on we spoke to a few of the people that were attending this.
I'm fed up with the way the country's going, lack of freedom of speech and the flooding of the waters by the foreigners coming in on boats.
I have to come and support the event, uniting the whole country, bringing everybody together, bringing the four nations together. That's why I dress up and then come and support. I've been integrated, so I have to respect the culture, the people, and then good governance.
Culture's getting wiped out. We need to stand. Definitely.
And what would you like to see? What would you like to see being put first?
A new government. Can't beat that one.
Well, you can hear from that. People have all different sorts of ethnic minorities are here. So it's not a racist parade. This is right across the country. People basically saying we want our culture to come first. We want our rights to come first. And of course, the last few weeks we have seen about the flying of the St George's flag really being shunned and the government trying to really restrict that flying. Of course, we've seen that in Northern Ireland by Tony Blair's government back in the 1990s, and now it doesn't fly from any government building, so it's quite good to see it actually in here, in amongst the rest of the flags, and surprisingly it's flying right alongside the tricolour of the Republic of Ireland. So people here want their freedom of speech, they want the boats to stop, they want their culture to be put first, and they want their own rights first. They don't mind anybody coming into the country. It's been said to me again and again, but they want their culture to come first, the British culture. And this, by the time it reaches Whitehall, if numbers are to be looked at now, you know, this is going to be an absolutely huge parade.
Looking at the people attending there, obviously there's going to be a counter demonstration as well, with the group Stand Up to Racism describing itself as an anti-fascist organisation. They say that they're targeting Tommy Robinson. They're describing it as Tommy Robinson's march. What do you make of that? Is that what you're hearing on the ground as well? And are people expecting those counter protests to be on the route?
Well, I have actually came to this march to find out what is the political thinking of the people inside this march. Not all are Tommy Robinson supporters. There's no doubt about it. Tommy Robinson has obviously put his organisational skills to bring this forward, but we're not talking about working class areas of Britain here. There are many, many people inside here that are middle class people, some school teachers, etc., all inside here, and they all have complaints that are being brought together under one umbrella. I will be watching today to see Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib. Do they try to bring Tommy Robinson into the political circle? And that is a big watch for me. That happened with unionist parties again back in the 80s and 90s in Northern Ireland. Some it worked out for, some it didn't. We watched Jeremy Corbyn do exactly the same thing, bring on to the left-hand side of his party, but it doesn't make you electorally secure. So that will be the big thing for me here today, to watch, is Tommy Robinson going to join with some of the politicians here, and will the crowds follow him?
Well, thank you very much, Doogie Beattie, and we will be hearing more from Doogie throughout the programme.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GBnews to start protecting yourself digitally today.
The numbers are huge here now, and in fact, there's still thousands more actually coming down the steps in Waterloo behind us as they come in to join this protest. And the streets right down the back end of Waterloo, right down past the hospital, there is thousands and thousands of every flag from across the British Isles, and I do say the British Isles because there's lots of tricolours flying there as well. But the police, as you say, 1,600 of them are out on the streets. You can see just over to the left of me the snatch wagons, the arrest wagons, they're all there. But the police are very wisely keeping a very, very low profile, letting the stewards do their work so as not to spark off anything, any misbehaviour. But joining me now is some people that have travelled here. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good. Why are you here?
We're just think enough is enough with the UK. We're fed up of illegal immigration. We're not racist. We're not against immigration. We're not against people living in this country and working. We're just fed up of everything that Starmer's doing.
Oh, Keir Starmer, what will it take to put things right with Keir Starmer?
I don't want to answer that, but we just need to get our identity back. Me, as a proud Englishman, proud of my country, and now I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed. You feel ashamed to fly your flag. You're not proud to be British anymore. We're losing our identity as a nation. We're appeasing everyone else, but not looking after the people that live here.
Well, there you go. That is the opinions here on the ground. You can now hear the helicopters above us. This march is about to get underway. We think within the next hour or so they have had to put it back because there's still, as I've said, thousands and thousands of people arriving to join the starting point here before it moves off and down, eventually ended up in Whitehall, where we do think that those counter protests will be in place. But right here in the middle of this march, there is a fantastic atmosphere, very jovial, very happy, and really people just wanting to say, this is our country, this is our culture, you're welcome in, but please do not walk over the top of our own culture.